Please be seated. And now, as always been our tradition, chosen by the graduating seniors of the choir, this year's senior graduation song, No Matter Where You Are. Now it's my pleasure to welcome our principal, Mr. Gordon Sisson.
Thank you, Mr. Novak. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff, I'd like to welcome you all to our Honors Assembly for our graduating class of 2018. Class, I'm proud of you. When we honor you, I think you should reflect on what the term means for just a few minutes. Honor is something, to me, that is a cumulative consciousness, if you will. It takes time to develop the standing to be honored. And there's a couple of ways to go about that honor. There's a collective consciousness that you all possess that makes me so very happy to be honored to be your principal. And that honor is based on a foundational, fundamental concept of being the best person you can be. It begins there. And I'm always bragging about the quality of character of the students of John Hersey High School, and the class of 2018 is a representative of that quality of character. You are polite, you are respectful, you try to be the best people that you can be, you try to live with honor, you try to do things to honor your parents, your community, and those that might be a little less privileged than those of us sitting here today. So I'm very proud to be a part of an assembly that honors you. It's important for us to give you what you've given to us, and that's a feeling of pride and a feeling of honor. And I just want to wish you well in the future and challenge you to continue to live with honor and to be safe this weekend. While this is a weekend of honoring you in so many ways, culminating with our graduation, it is also a time for your old principal to worry about you. We have prom and we have parties and we have celebrations, and they need to be happy and joyous, and they need to be safe. So please be safe. And also, as we are about to begin our assembly by specifically honoring certain people of distinction, I don't want any of you to leave here without knowing that we're so thankful for you all. You are a great group of young people. It gives me hope for our future, and it's been a privilege to serve you. Congratulations to all of you. Let's begin our assembly.
Thank you, Mr. Sisson. We are once again pleased to recognize those students who are graduating with honors this year. As your group is called, would you please come to the front of the stage to receive your sash or honor cord? The first group that we will recognize today that is graduating with highest honors. Mr. Sisson, along with Mr. Kielbasa and Mr. Krajasic, will present stoles to these graduates who are graduating with a grade point average of 4.2 or higher. Please hold your applause until the end. Jamie Anderlew. Dominic Antony. Michael Arshashevsky. Alexis Badami. Anya Barrick. Step back onto the black. John Sau. Chelsea Chaco. Madeline Cahotis. Julia Caniglio. Quinn Cunningham. Alexis Delgado. Ashley Allens. Zachary Engstrom. Patrick Faley. Adrian Floria. Alicia Fong. John Friedian. Dev Gandhi. Catherine Girardi. Mason Grabowski. Mackenzie Green. Ryan Griffin. Jody Herman. Maya Herr. Joshua Irvine. Andrew Jacob. Joshua John. Evan Johnson. Abigail Johnstone. Amia Kishore. Kate Konsowitz. Albert Kwan. Emily Kyle. Taylor Lafayette. Sarah Lipstruer. Asia Luboyeski. Riley Lundstrom. Claire Magnuson. Nathaniel Mayo, John McDonough, Amelia Meredith, Kelly Miller, Alyssa Milligan, Catherine Novak, Krina Patel, Kruti Patel, Sean Payton, Akansha Raj, Yashasvini Ramkumar, Cole Rogers, James Rodriguez, Michael Santry, Madeline Schlapia, Marlena Schliessman, Rachel Shepard, Jenna Simpson, Joanna Solomienko, Shannon Steines, Carolyn Stiefbold, Justina Stukin, Michael Suter, Casey Tran, Jillian Wagner, Brandon Watson, Amy Zhang, and Ian Ziegenhorn. Congratulations, Hersey's highest honor graduates. And now Mr. Sisson will turn. Yep. Okay, highest honors graduates, you guys can go ahead and be seated. Congratulations. Mr. Sisson will now do an about face and present gold cords to our next group of seniors who will graduate this year with high honors. These students are graduating with a grade point average of 4.0 to 4.19. Justin Acker, Agnel Alapat. I got the wrong list. Let's try again. There it is. I was previewing the next list. Here we go. Isabella Alvarez, Ridvik Avancha, Robert Barada, Mariana Bednarik, Anna Bergicki, Francesco Campanella, Damian Charzuk, Kayla Chung, McKenna Clapper, Jamie Durbick, Claire Durand, Catherine Duray, Ellen Fahey, Rachel Fisher, Catherine Flight, Tracy George, Emily Hartman, Benjamin Jackson, Angela Jarzabek, Elise Jersild, Christopher Jones, Taylor Konsowitz, Justin Long, Kyle Mackey, Michael Markovich, Anna Matner, Sophia Maximova, Catherine McGrath, Julia Murray, Samantha Oliva, Amelia Pasquale, Jill Patel, Krupa Patel, Dominica Pixura, Evelina Patkawa, Maya Samuel, Michael Sineshko, Linnea Solak, Michelle Soltis, Catherine Span, Sonia Stachik, Emma Strozuski, Evangeline Swanson, Joseph Tyson, Jonathan Whitty, and Grace Wojciechowski. Congratulations to our high honors graduates. You may be seated. And finally, Mr. Sisson will now present white cords to the honors graduates who have attained a 3.8 to 3.99 grade point average. Those students graduating with honors are Justin Akar, Agno Alapat, Lydia Andina, Mason Benjamin, Tanya Benny, Lily Buchan, Aaron Bush, Jemmy Kepangan, Jessica Cassidy, Rachel Damaraki, Abigail Figo, Owen Goldsberry, Kelly Helmer, Christian Hong, Alexander Kardalian, Sohail Khan, Chan Woo Kim, James Lawrence, Aaron Loken, Thomas Lumsden, Michael Liskauka, Olivia Marundi, Abigail Maslanka, Aaron McGrath, Sarah McGrath, Michael McGinnis, Julie Wynn, Kaylee Padar, Nicole Puka, Christian Rodriguez, Cameron Saeed, Benjamin Sinetra, Haley Skyko, Timothy Samari, Scott Tagney, Ryan Tyson, Lauren Tyson, Mark Thomas, Madeline Tolwinski, Patricia Tomaskevich, Nathan Van Gelderen, Evgenia Vavilis, Andrew Wisniewski, and Abigail Whitty. Congratulations, honors graduates. You may be seated. You know, it's incredible. Years ago, we used to keep all three groups up here because they would fit up here. That is 156 students graduating with some type of honors today. For those of you mathematicians, that's about 32% of this class. And now it is my pleasure to introduce you to our MCs for the rest of this program this morning. Please welcome seniors Lydia Andina and Claire Rogowski.
Welcome to our annual Senior Awards Assembly. It has been quite a journey for the class of 2018, culminating with this weekend's events. What an exciting time for our class, being able to finish our high school careers on a positive note by creating more great memories. This started yesterday with a fantastic senior picnic hosted by Mrs. Tobias and the senior class.
We walked into the doors of Hersey 4 years ago, eager to begin our stories. And what stories we have written, in the classroom, on the stage, on the playing fields, and in the community. These stories will allow us to remain connected with our classmates for years to come. We developed our stories individually as well as together as a class. We've experienced highs and lows, successes and failures, pushed ourselves to new limits, all with the help and support of our families, friends, and teachers. This weekend is only the end of a chapter, but not the end of our story. There is much more to come for all of us.
From arts and activities to athletics and academics, We've worked hard to achieve our success, and we are proud of our achievements. Our achievements have created a standard of excellence that serves as an example for the underclassmen of Hersey. We hope your future is bright, and we wish you well, but today is our day as we honor the class of 2018 and our outstanding accomplishments.
Our school motto, a quote of Mr. John Hersey, is, "A school is not a learning to live. It is obliged to be life itself, for we have to learn from life, not about it." All of our stories, some happy and some sad, stem from opportunities and experiences that have allowed us to learn. Each of us is a special and unique person with our own talents, abilities, and great potential. This is what today's assembly is about, special people, our seniors. We have reached incredible heights, given of ourselves to others, and left our mark upon our school and community. So today, we take time out to recognize and applaud our successes.
Before we get started, it is my pleasure to introduce Alexandra Rivera Grant to say a few words on behalf of our class.
Remember watching High School Musical as a kid and being like, oh my God, high school looks like a dream come true. We all just thought, okay, so there's gonna be flash mobs in the cafeteria where we all know the words to some song and somehow all know an entire choreographed dance routine. Sounds legit. Yeah, I'm still waiting for my hot secret musician basketball player boyfriend to show up. Maybe that's just me. Let's just say real high school was a huge reality check. So there may not have been choreographed dance numbers telling us to stick to the status quo, but thank God for skill checks and 12-minute runs, am I right? But seriously, other than some nightmare classes and high school drama published on everybody's Finstas, our time at Hersey High will remain in our hearts for the rest of our lives. We walked in as freshmen and we could tell. It was the start of something new. Lugging around our AP Human Geo textbooks and enormous, and I mean, seriously, how can they even be that big, backpacks? We anxiously began our freshman year. Like Troy and Gabriella, we walked into high school reluctantly and extremely anxious. We were little bundles of nerves trying our best to act like we knew what was happening when, really, we had no clue. Now it's true we didn't have the Lava Springs Country Club like the East High Wildcats, but we had clubs that made us feel like we'd finally found what we'd been looking for. All the activities we've done played a part in shaping the people that we are today. From Love Bus to A Soldier's Journey Home, and from Funner Olympics to the food drive. We've done so many good deeds together as one school. All of the things we've done here brought us together despite our differences. Now, we're here as seniors, finally having bopped our way to the top, though it wasn't as easy as Ryan and Sharpay's glitzy dance routine, and there were many times we were stressed so bad we were gonna scream. It felt like every day of our lives, we just wanted to walk away and not look back. Our freshman year had us stressed and nervous, terrified of high school. Sophomore year, we gained some confidence, but we were still racked with stress. Junior year was plagued with thoughts of ACTs and SATs, forcing us to get our heads in the game. And now, we're here. The last day of our high school career. Throughout our high school life, there were many times that we had to work things out. Though it wasn't all bad. After all, high school left us with lots of nights to remember, from football games to prom night. We've had times where high school was absolutely fabulous, and times where we had to hustle because it's now or never. We worked our way through senior year, stressing over what we planned to do with the rest of our lives and what we had to do to get us there. And all the while, we searched for scholarships because we want it all. What time is it? Well, technically, it is almost summertime. After 4 years of soaring and flying, we're finally breaking free from high school. Now, Hersey might not have exactly been your average high school musical, but right here, right now, we're all in this together. We've each created our own overtures at our 4 years in Hersey, and we'll continue to add many more songs as we move on throughout our lives. We finished the year, and now we gotta go our own way into adulthood. And when people ask us if our future is going to be bright after leaving Hersey, all we have to say is, you can bet on it.
Each year, the faculty and staff are proud to present medallions to seniors who have gone above and beyond expectations in specific areas of our school. All awards are not given out each year, as a high level of excellence needs to be achieved in order to be considered for an award. Each senior honoree has chosen a staff member to present the medallion.
For the 49th volume of The Correspondent, Mrs. Janet Levin is pleased to present the Newspaper Award for leadership in all facets of the Correspondent's production to Caroline Steifbold. Caroline will major in journalism at the University of Missouri next year.
Mrs. Janet Levin is proud to present the Journalism Award to Joshua Irvine. Josh will attend Northwestern University in the fall to study journalism.
Mrs. Janet Levin will present the Writing Award to Kaylee Padar. Kaylee will attend the Loyola University in Chicago to major in journalism.
And finally, Mrs. Janet Levin will present this year's Literature Award to Jamie Anderlew.
This year's French Award, presented by Miss Betsy Noble, is given to Jamie Anderlew. Jamie is off to Cornell University to study environmental science.
The Choral Music Award is presented to a senior who possesses amazing talent and leadership. Mrs. Sarah Michael is proud to present this year's medallion to Michael Liskauka. Michael will study biology and music at Elmhurst College next year.
The 2018 Instrumental Music Award goes to a talented young musician. Mr. Scott Casagrande is proud to present this award to Jimmy Rodriguez. Jimmy will major in Industrial Enterprise and Systems Management at the University of Illinois.
Mr. Joshua Stewart, Orchestra Director, is proud to present this year's Orchestra Award to Amy Zhang.
This year's Chemistry Award will be presented by Mrs. Janelle Hoyer to Amy Zhang. Amy is heading west to the University of California, Los Angeles to study neuroscience.
Mr. Eric Johnson will present the Physics Award to Patrick Faley. Patrick is going to study electrical engineering and computer science at the University of Notre Dame next year.
This year's Biology Award is presented by Mrs. Dawn Berry to a tireless worker, Justina Stukin. Justina is headed to Northeastern University to study behavioral neuroscience.
Ms. Jess Bertvo will now present the Mathematics Award to Riley Lundstrom. Riley will be attending Washington University in St. Louis next fall.
This year's Art Award will be presented by Mrs. Sue Rayner to an extremely accomplished artist, Emily Hartman. Emily will be studying illustration at the Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design in the fall.
This year's Technical Theater Award recipient has done everything from building sets to designing lighting to running sound. He has shown himself to be a dependable leader. Mr. Matt Michelin is excited to give this year's award to Patrick Kutris. Patrick will attend Carthage College to study criminal justice and sociology.
Peer tutors can be seen in the ARC every day, giving off their time to help others succeed. This year's Peer Tutor Award recipient has logged hundreds of volunteer hours, selflessly giving his time. Mrs. Rebecca Mulligan is honored to present this award to Michael Suter. Michael is going to major in electrical engineering at the Michigan Technical Institute.
The Individual Events Speech Award will be presented by Miss Amanda Ames to Lily Buchan. Lily will be attending Loyola University of Chicago in the fall.
The Deaf and Hard of Hearing Department, represented by Mrs. Pamela Weckman-Mueller, is excited to present their medallion to a young man who has achieved a great deal in the 4 years at Hersey, Gustavo Sanchez. Gustavo will be studying in a transition program next year.
Business teacher, Mrs. Becky French, will present the Business Education Award to Joe Nugent. Joe will major in business teacher education at Illinois State University in the fall.
Mr. Rich Hyde from our CTE department will present the Technology Award to Colton Rivard. Colton will attend the Milwaukee School of Engineering to study mechanical engineering next school year.
This year's Computer Science Award is being presented by Mr. Rich Hyde to a very talented young woman, Alicia Fong. Alicia will attend the Massachusetts Institute of Technology to major in computer science and electrical engineering.
Mrs. Laura Mosher is excited to present this year's Family and Consumer Science Award to Abigail Maslanka. Abigail will be attending Kendall College to major in culinary arts.
For her outstanding dedication to Hersey High School and the HTV crew, and for keeping us all informed on what is happening in the community, Mr. Todd Hatfield is pleased to present this year's Media Award to Kelly Helmer. Kelly will study digital media production at Butler University in the fall.
The Career and Technical Education Division is proud to present the Peter J. Teetree Practical Arts Award. Mr. Teetree, Hersey's first associate principal, opened the school in 1968 and was responsible for hiring most of the original staff and overseeing construction of the building. He was instrumental in ensuring the school's commitment to being a first-rate comprehensive high school. We lost a big part of our Hersey family when Mr. Husky passed away. We are honored to have members of Mr. Teetree's family, his wife Maxine, son Mark, and daughter Mary here today, joined by Mr. Rich Hyde, to present the 18th Peter Teetree Business Technology and Life Studies Award to Mike Thomas. Mark will major in software engineering and informational technology at the University of Texas, Dallas.
The Njrotc Award is presented to a cadet who has shown outstanding leadership and scholarship while participating in the program. Commander Jeff Morse is excited to be with us today to present this award to Caleb Senna. Caleb will attend Taylor University to major in PPE, Political Science, Philosophy, and Economics.
The Physical Education Award is given each year to the senior male and female who best exemplify the ideals of consistently striving to attain one's potential, developing and maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and displaying Hersey pride through leadership. 2 seniors have emulated these ideals, and the department honors them. Physical education teacher, Mr. Rick DeVito, will present the awards to Samantha Schubert and Chen Woo Kim. Samantha will study education at Harper College, while Chan Wu will attend Columbia College to study filmmaking.
The Physical Education Senior Leader Awards are presented to a male and female who have demonstrated selfless service to others and a strong drive towards responsibility and task completion. Mr. Mason Vernon will present the awards to Chelsea Chaco and Rocco Rosero. Chelsea will major in biology with a minor in business at Nova Southeastern University, while Rocco will serve our country as a member of the U.S. Army.
Mrs. Christine Waddell is extremely proud to present the Dance Medallion to a talented dancer, Jenna Simpson. Jenna will major in early childhood education and dance at Slippery Rock University.
It's time to take a break. To help us do that with some beautiful music, please welcome Grace Garlick to perform a piece that she wrote herself.
Hella nervous right now. It's fine. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. There we go. All right.
Guess no one told you that you'd miss what you gave up. In the moments where you thought you were growing up. 'Cause no one tells you to enjoy them while you're young. But to think for years to come, and I know storybooks and fairy tales might never come to life. And I'm not going down the career path that I chose when I was 5. All those times you saw an ending are now paragraphs behind, and you'll start over. Thought this was over, but this is your title. The pages you've turned, the people who have fought for you, that you fought for in return. For some it was a miracle, but to you it's what you've earned. Been taught so many lessons, but you are what you learn. And this is your title. Underestimated just how many people you would miss. The relations and regrets that you'd forget. Told me you would drive me anywhere I needed to go. To forget the past, but don't forget the roads. And I kept all the pictures and the late night drives that I play like a movie when I need to smile. I wrote down all of the times that you tried to screw me over. And we'd start over. And this is your title, the pages you've turned, the people who have fought for you, that you fought for in return. For some it was a miracle, but to you it's what you've earned. Been taught so many lessons, but you are what you learn. And this is your title. And I hope you tell the stories to your kids when they ask who the people are in all your photographs. And I'm hoping that your life moves slow enough so you'll remember this is your title, the pages you've turned, the people who have fought for you, that you fought for in return. For some it was a miracle, but to you it's what you've earned. Been taught so many lessons, but you are what you learn. And this is your title. Guess no one told you that you'd miss what you gave up. In the moments where you thought you were growing up.
This year's Yearbook Award will be presented by Mr. Rich Lane to a dedicated senior whose leadership was instrumental in producing an outstanding product. This year's recipient is Leah Rigg. Leah will study multimedia journalism at Taylor University.
Mrs. Laura Monahan, Spanish teacher, is proud to present this year's Spanish Award to Andrew Jacob. Andrew will major in biology and minor in Spanish at Butler University.
The Spanish Award for Native Speakers is being presented by Dr. Michael Ayala to Alexis Delgado. Next year, Alexis will study economics at the University of Illinois.
This year's Mandarin Award will be presented by Mrs. Melissa Moy to Emmy Pasquale. Emmy will attend The Ohio State University to major in international studies in the fall.
Mr. Jack Stanislaw, retired English teacher and head debate coach, is honored to present this year's debate award to Kelly Miller.
Mr. Kent Borgoff, social science teacher, is proud to present this year's Social Science Award to Kelly Miller. Kelly will study political science at Northwestern University in the fall.
This year's History Medallion will be awarded by Mr. Kent Borgoff to John McDonough. John will attend the University of Notre Dame to major in economics.
For her selfless and tireless volunteer efforts, Mr. Mark Gunther, along with Miss Nancy Kozlowski, is proud to present the Wilfred Kozlowski Service Over Self Award to an outstanding senior, Emma Carmen. Emma will study business management at the University of Mississippi.
The School Spirit Award goes to a senior who truly embodies school spirit in a respectful manner. Mr. Chris Capurro will present this year's medallion to Christian Rodriguez. Christian is off to study to the University of Chicago to study biology.
The President of Student Council serves as the main spokesperson for the student body, presides over all council meetings, committees, and activities. Our President has shown outstanding leadership while holding the school's highest office. We are grateful for all her involvement in our school. Mr. George Bedingfield and Mr. John Dyer, Student Council sponsors, are proud to honor Student Body President Sonia Stashik. Sonia will major in fashion merchandising at Texas Christian University.
This year's Drama Medallion will be presented by Fine and Performing Arts Coordinator, Mr. Kyle Marquette, to a talented senior, Theo Brown. Theo will study musical theater at the Boston Conservatory.
The District 214 Richard Kalish Arts Unlimited Award is presented annually to a student who demonstrates that he or she is the best in the fine and performing arts out of our 6 high schools. This year's Hersey nominee was chosen as the district winner for her outstanding career in the arts. Mr. Kyle Marquette, Fine Arts Coordinator, is honored to present this medallion to Emmy Pasquale.
The Donvan Ebers Sportsmanship Award is given for the 19th time this year in honor of Coach Donvan Ebers, a dedicated PE teacher, athletic trainer, and gymnastics coach. Coach Von Ebers always encouraged athletes to be goal-directed, do their best, be modest in victory, and learn from setbacks and defeat. The recipients of the Donvan Ebers Sportsmanship Scholarship are 2 senior athletes who, by vote of our coaching staff, have shown their dedication to the ideals of sportsmanship, both in and out of season, and have always put their team before themselves. Athletic directors Julia Barthel and Steve Messer, along with Coach Pat Matuszewski, will present medallions to Madison Burkhalter and Andrew Leno. Madison plans to attend Lindenwood University to study special education, and Andrew will attend the University of Illinois.
The winner of the Female Athlete of the Year has been an extremely accomplished 4-year varsity athlete. Her excellence has been noticed throughout the state of Illinois as she was named All-State in water polo, the first Hersey athlete to achieve such recognition. Athletic Director Julia Barthel and Coach Megan Brownlee will present the 2018 medallion to Katie Lindgren. Katie will attend Arizona State University to major in sports and media studies.
The H. Lewis Schultz Athletic Award for the Male Athlete of the Year is named for Hersey's first assistant principal for athletics. It is presented annually to the senior male who, in his athletic career, best exemplifies the ideals of sportsmanship, dedication, courage, leadership, and unselfish contribution to his teammates and coaches. This year's recipient has had an outstanding athletic career, breaking numerous school records in the pool while becoming the most decorated swimmer in the history of our school. Athletic Director Steve Messer and Coach Dick Mortensen will present this year's award to Michael Petro. Michael will continue his swimming career while studying engineering at Louisiana State University.
Here once again is Mr. Novak to announce our Hersey scholarships.
How about another round of applause for Lydia and Claire? Great job. So many of our seniors have been awarded scholarships by colleges or private organizations, and we congratulate all of you on those accomplishments and achievements. However, at this assembly, we announce scholarships that originate here at Hersey and are selected by members of our own Hersey family. Today, for the 5th time, we are pleased to present the Carroll Cooling Memorial Scholarship in memory of Mrs. Carroll Cooling, a 1978 graduate of Hersey High School. Mrs. Cooling served as the Special Events Coordinator for NBC Chicago, working tirelessly on behalf of the station, the people who work there, and their business partners. She was someone who made a positive difference in the lives of those who surrounded her. To honor her memory for all of the wonderful things that she did and stood for, the Chicago Automobile Trade Association set up a scholarship foundation to honor a Hersey senior who best exemplifies these character traits that Carroll displayed so well. Today we are once again pleased to have with us the current president of the Chicago Automobile Trade Association, Mr. David Sloan, who will present this year's 5th annual Carroll Cooling Memorial Scholarship to Lucas Phillip. Monica Skripkowski was a member of the class of 2010. Monica was a very outgoing person and had made many friends while here at Hersey High School. Her family and her Polish heritage were very important to her, as she would spend every Saturday attending Polish school to learn more about it. Unfortunately, on December 6, 2008, Monica's life was tragically ended by a young man who made a poor decision to drive under the influence. Since that time, Monica's family has been very active in the fight to bring awareness to the perils of driving impaired. And to honor Monica's memory, they have continued a scholarship fund to help students pursue a higher education. With us here today are members of Monica's family, her father Artur, her mother Margaret, sister Kasia, and cousin Dominique, to present 2 scholarships to deserving seniors. The first, Monica Skripkowski Awareness Scholarship, is presented to Anna Brzezinski. I can't say her name. And this year's Heritage Scholarship is presented to Dominika Pikzura. For the 9th time this year, Mrs. Helene Kirsch, a retired reading specialist from Euclid School in Mount Prospect, joins us to present her scholarship. During her 16 years at Euclid School, the community embraced her for her efforts in helping students reach their potential, and she viewed the community as her extended family. Since encouraging students to reach their potential had been the goal of her career, it only seems fitting now that she continues her work towards this goal after her retirement by establishing this scholarship. Today she is here to present the Helene Kirsch Scholarship for $1,000 to 2 seniors who will split the scholarship. These seniors attended Euclid School. They have achieved a great deal of academic success here at Hersey, and they will study full-time towards attaining a bachelor degree. This year's class is very special to Mrs. Kirsch as she remembers each of the applicants for their days at Euclid School when she was there. After a very difficult process, Mrs. Kirsch is proud to present this year's scholarships to Kruti and Krupa Patel. We are very fortunate to have great community and parental support, and our TPC, our parent council, is no slouch in those efforts. They have always supported and contributed to a variety of scholarships to our graduating seniors. This is now the 11th year that TPC has supported its own scholarship fund. TPC this year is pleased to offer scholarships to 10 very accomplished members of the class of 2018. Each of these seniors has managed to combine character, activities, and scholarship to the highest degree. Mrs. Kathy Gerlach of the TPC will present this year's scholarship awards to Lily Buching, Maya Herr, Andrew Jacob, Patrick Kutris, Andrew Leno, Claire Magnuson, Martin Manosalvis, Cameron Saeed, Shannon Steinis, and Ian Ziegenhorn. You finished your test. Was it that easy? We'll find out. Hey, give me that check. We'll get it. You're coming up. We'll get it. John Michael Wotal was a member of the class of 1996. John Michael was very involved in athletics, playing both soccer and basketball, and he was also a very accomplished scholar. He had a love for mathematics, and he spent 4 years in the honors math program at Hersey before going on to study at Northern Illinois University. It was during his sophomore year at NIU that John Michael lost his battle with diabetes. In his memory, the Wotal family set up a scholarship that is to be presented annually to a senior who has shown extraordinary effort and outstanding accomplishment during his or her 4 years in the honors mathematics program. The mathematics department, represented today by Ms. Amy Ort, is pleased to present this year's scholarship to Claire Magnuson. I checked this slideshow in my thing 5 times and I still got it wrong. It's unbelievable. John Strack was an accomplished science teacher with a flair for using any method imaginable for reaching students, including roller skating through the hallways. It was an unbelievable sight. John came to Hersey in 1984 after Arlington High School closed and taught here until his untimely death in 1997. His knowledge and expertise in science were always made evident by his innovative teaching techniques. However, his love of students and desire for them to better themselves was far more important to him than any material that he taught. It is in this spirit that this scholarship is offered by the Strack family. We are pleased once again to have with us John's wife, Mrs. Jean Strack, who takes pleasure in presenting this year's meaningful scholarship to 4 very deserving seniors. Whoops, I went backwards, sorry, there we go. Elise Pick Eisenberg, Patricia Miller, Indira Rojas, and Joshua Thumb. Toom? I'm bad at names. Okay, I don't know what's coming next, so we're going to wing it. Mrs. Mary Ellen Westrich was a very vital member of the John Hersey High School family for 31 years. Her love of activities and fine arts kept her in touch with students whom she loved dearly. In her memory, we are pleased to honor for the 7th time, the Mary Ellen Westrich Memorial Scholarship for Achievement in Activities and the Fine Arts. Mr. Kyle Marquette, who's coming up now, is honored to help present these scholarships to Ben Sinetra and Shannon Steinis. This is a new scholarship this year, which we are honored to present for the very first time. Mr. John K. Marquette was a longtime teacher, coach, and director at Hersey and Prospect High Schools. His love of the arts was contagious to all he encountered, including his son Kyle, our fine and performing arts director. In his honor, a scholarship has been established to be awarded to a senior who has displayed outstanding ability in speech and/or theater while exhibiting a great deal of moral character. We are excited to have Mrs. Barbara Frizel Marquette, John's wife, here with us today to present the first John K. Marquette Fine Arts Scholarship to Emmy Pascal. Michael P. Caruso was a member of the class of 1976. He was a young man who always put his best effort forward in an attempt to improve himself as well as those around him. During spring break of his senior year, Michael lost his life in a canoeing accident. In his memory, his family, including his mother and father, who were in education for many years, started a scholarship to be given to a senior here at Hersey who has shown academic ability, social growth, and emotional maturity while at John Hersey High School. This year, the faculty committee interviewed 3 exceptional seniors. This committee, comprised of Mr. Mark Gunther, Ms. Laura Monahan, and myself, along with nominator Mr. John Dyer, are pleased and proud to present this year's scholarship to a senior who has shown tremendous growth during his 4 years here at Hersey High School, Chan Woo Kim. I moved away from you this year so I wouldn't cry. Mr. Robert J. Hannon, better known as RJ, it's not working, was recognized by many as the heart and soul of John Hersey High School. He served the school as a social science teacher, counselor, and assistant principal for student activities. More importantly, he served as a friend and mentor to both students and staff alike. He had a profound impact on every aspect of life here at John Hersey High School. The school and community suffered a great loss with his passing 15 years ago in 2003. In his honor, a scholarship was created to recognize a senior who exhibited the values that Mr. Hannon believed in. Some of those values he stood for include pride in self and school, leadership in school and community, compassion in both words and deeds, integrity over personal gain, and a commitment to those in need. This year's recipient exhibits all of these qualities, as well as being quite simply an outstanding person. We're very pleased to have with us today Mr. Hannon's sister, Mrs. Mary Beth Lyons, along with her daughter and RJ's niece, Miss Mary Kate Lyons, who along with nominator Mrs. Carrie Scarb will present this year's R.J. Hannon Heart of Hersey Memorial Scholarship to Lindsay Kalbley. And now our final award. Mr. John Hersey, our school's namesake, established a scholarship in 1991 to be awarded to a senior who demonstrates leadership in the classroom and co-curricular activities, pride in performance and self-development, good citizenship both inside and outside of our school, and a commitment to and love of John Hersey High School. This award is simply our most important, as it is in memory of our school's namesake. Seniors are nominated by coaches and activity sponsors, and those seniors with the highest numbers of nominations are placed on a ballot and voted upon by the entire staff. The faculty of John Hersey High School, represented here today by Mr. Todd Hatfield. Can you come up, please, Mr. Hatfield? Are you here still? He's also running our HTV crew right now, so he's got a lot of hats on. That wasn't really a pun. The faculty of John Hersey High School, represented here today by Mr. Hatfield, is very proud to present the 25th, actually, I'm sorry, this is now the 27th Best of Hersey Scholarship to Chan Woo Kim. Class of 2018, You have written an incredible story during your time here at Hersey. We congratulate all of you on all of your accomplishments, and we wish you the best of luck as you close this chapter and begin to write new ones. Congratulations, class of 2018. We'd like to ask the seniors to please remain seated. Please remain seated at this time. Underclassmen and staff, you are now dismissed to your second period class.